Good morning, everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Rintan Prameswari Santi Yuda, and in this opportunity, I'd like to present about one of research proposal from my senior, Wina Wahyuningsih, about teaching vocabulary through private short story to the third grade students of junior high school. Vocabulary is the key to the language. Vocabulary contributes a great role to students who are currently learning a language to practice or perform their skills. However, in reality, most of students are lack in vocabulary even though they are fully exposed to the bright world which full of technology. One of a lot way to increase the vocabulary power is reading. Nowadays, there are many mediums available to gain the vocabulary needed by the students in the primary stage of the learning. Related with the issues, the researcher found that Rabbit, one of the popular language learning applications in mobile phone, combined between the digital written materials, reading activity and fun games, might be able to foster the students' vocabulary mastery faster than other mediums. The researcher take the theory from some resources to give background knowledge and important information as literature review. The theories used by the researcher are presented according and following these points below. First is vocabulary. According to Wahyuningsih 2015, vocabulary is one of the problems confronted by English language learners. A good vocabulary and ability to use words correctly and effectively can help the students to make schoolwork easier. Rahmawati 2012 stated that vocabulary is the first element that the learner should learn in order to master English, well besides the other English components and skills. It is the main aspect of language proficiency that gives an impact on how well students read, write, speak, and listen. Hybert and Camille 2005-3 on Stoffelsma 2019 mentions that words come in at least two forms, oral and print. Oral vocabulary is the set of words for which we know the meanings when we speak or read orally. Meanwhile, print vocabulary consists of those words for which the meaning is known when we write or read silently. Davis and Whipple in Hybert and Camille 2005-6 said vocabulary is seen to be an integral part of comprehension. Swan and Walter in Thornbury 2002-14 on Suwastomo 2016 wrote that vocabulary acquisition is the largest and most important task facing the language learner. Based on the definitions above, it can be concluded that vocabulary is not a developmental skill. It is a total number of the words that should be mastered by language learners as integral part of comprehension. The second is short story. Edgar Allan Poe, 1846, as cited in DES 2018, says that a short story should be read in one sitting from a half hour to 2 hours. Shilpa 2015 states that in a short story there is always a point of view. That means who is seeing the events of the story. It could be either an first person narrator. Here the narrator is the character of the story, or second person narrator. Here readers are the character of the story, or third person narrator. This is the most common point of view used in stories. And also, there are two key ideas to create a short story. It is either showing or telling. There are also a strength and the weakness of short story technique in order to ease readers in choosing which material is suitable to be taught using short story technique. First is the strengths of short story. Based on Aldersi 2013 on Fajri 2018, there are several strengths of short story. First, is short story makes learning English as an enjoyable and attractive process for learners. Second, short story stimulates learners' curiosity about the target culture and language. The third, short story offers new words with the actual usage in many forms. Those learners are able to understand the meaning and the usage in the context of the new words. And then there are the weakness of short story. Joseph, 2015 on Fajri 2018, says that one of the weaknesses of short story lies in its plot line. He says that the plot line of short story often gets confusing when more than one stories are becoming related since it rarely ever happens. The third is technology as learning media, private mobile application. According to Johan Brand and Jamie Brooker 2018, on Almanar 2019, technology gave a new environment and atmosphere to the learning. Started from the last centuries, technology was developed for multiple purposes and education is a part of the purposes. Revit is an absolute must-have for both beginning and advanced young readers. The users can choose from a wide variety of categories: adventure, animals, arts and crafts, learning, sports, and many more, but also access fun books from some of the most popular YouTube creators such as Drum Drum or Artbirds. This research used descriptive qualitative method based to Malone 2004 on Kusumayati 2010 stated descriptive qualitative method is research which is have a goal to understand about the phenomenon from research subject experience such as behavior, perception, motivation, action, etc. In this research, the researcher did the research to students of third grade students of junior high school in the academic year 2020-2021. And in this proposal, the researcher chose one class of third grade students in junior high school as a sample for this research because the sample is a small proportion from the population. That's all my presentation about one of the research proposal. Sorry if there's a lot of mistake, and thank you for your attention.